I know how to draw hair. I mean, I think I know how to draw hair, but I never stopped and asked what makes a great hair. So I made my mission to find out, going through illustrators and animators and even video games. And not only did I find that the secret relies on the very old composition technique, but I also had to spend a lot of time looking at steel pipes to understand something that always eluded me. What am I talking about? Well, let me show you. Because nothing exists in a vacuum. If you want to draw hair, you need to draw a head first. Hair in a head. That's where we start. Any head? No. Let's start with a real head using real hair. This should go without saying, but every time that you want to be able to draw something from your own imagination, the best thing you could do is start with reference. You wouldn't draw a car with a reference, or it would look like a toy car, and this applies to everything else, even hair. So I selected some heads to show you some things that I found about hair. Well, the first thing is that it can fall, but the people in this picture seem to have better genes than I do, so we're just going to focus on them. You can also tell them all of them have more or less straight hair, and that's because I wanted to focus on the easiest hair to draw first before doing a video on more complex hair. So the first thing I found out is that we have to consider the following. A, where the hair grows, and B, where it goes from. Hair grows in the area defined by the hairline. There can be more straight hairlines or V-shaped ones or receding ones like mine, obviously. Also, some foreheads will be bigger than others, like in this case, so take that into account as well. In some hairstyles, we can also define the origin point of the hair flow. It can be just one starting point, or it can be a comb line like in this other case. So once you have that, we have to start thinking about the shapes. And here's the thing that I want you to know, because this drove me crazy. There's a lot of tutorials that are like how to draw anime girls, and they all mention like front, side, and back. And as if that was the only type of hair. But what if I don't want to draw that type of hair? What if I just want to draw a dude? So that type of videos, they don't work. Anyway, I did find some good hair shape tutorials, and I can't wait to tell you all about them, including one by David Finch that you can find in today's sponsor, Skillshare. You know about Skillshare, right? It is the largest online community for creatives with thousands of courses on illustration, film, design, and freelancing. Or how to draw superheroes, specifically superhero heads, like the one I just mentioned by David Finch. And if you don't know who he is, he should, because he's like one of the greatest comic book artists of the last 20 years. And that's the type of teachers that you get at Skillshare. And of course, that is just one of many courses. And looking at the search result page can be a bit daunting when you're trying to find a course that you like. Thankfully, Skillshare has Paths, which are curated sequential class collections to master specific skills like becoming a freelance illustrator or mastering Procreate. Still, Procreate is just one painting app, and there are a lot out there. And I also have good news about that, because Skillshare now lets you search classes by software. So you should really hurry to click on the link in my description, because the first 500 that do will receive 1 month free trial of Skillshare. So go click and start learning. Okay, back to shapes. Now look at this reference. Can you see what the difference between men's haircut and women's haircut is? Well, yeah, the length is 1 in these examples, although girls can have shorter hair and men can have longer hair. But as Cynic says in his tutorial about hair, men's hair tends to be boxier. Most of the time, men try to have their face look more angular. And box shapes for the hair helps a lot with that. Boxier shapes for both hair and beards. I want to start with the men because these shapes are simpler, specifically this one here where it's just one big flowy shape. This is as easy as it can get. Just one boxy shape. Well, what about the other two? One shape as well, right? Well, no. 2 shapes actually. This type of haircuts are the result of 2 shapes. One is in the hair, and the other one is the shape of the head itself. See, this one boxy shape is not the norm for haircuts, it is the exception. And this is the most important thing that you need to take away from this video. The best way to draw interesting haircuts is by creating an interesting relation between 2 or more shapes. In this girl from the top left, the two shapes are pretty obvious and easy to figure out. The girl from the bottom left has 3 shapes, 1 for the bangs and 2 for the sides of the hair. What about the girl with the ponytail? 3 very distinct shapes. Same for these 2 girls. So once again for the ones in the back, 2 to 3 distinct shapes. Now we're going to say goodbye to the reference pictures because now we need to start working on those shapes and turn them into hair. How do we do this? Well, you might have thought about this one because you probably know it already. But we start with ribbons. This is how animators do it, and also this is how video games do it, because most of the time they have a card-based system for the hair. They split the hair into identifiable ribbons or cards. So here, we have a ribbon, right? It doesn't look a lot like hair, does it? Well, this is what we're going to do to change that. We can cut this 2 ways, with A shapes and B shapes. The A shapes will cut inwards and the B shapes will grow outwards. Is that it? Well, if you want the ribbon to look like this, yes, you can just stop the video right now. Well, what can we do about it to make it better? Well, this is another one of these great things that I found while doing research on this video. We can use the 60-30-10 rule, which is also known as big, medium, small. The rule says that in order to make the shapes feel organic in relation to each other, we need a mix between big shapes, medium shapes, and small shapes. How can we use it here? Well, we cut the A shapes at the 60% and 30% of the ribbon. And that's it. Then we add a few V shapes and strands, and voila! That looks a lot more like hair, doesn't it? Now let's apply this to one of the hairstyles that we did before. So, the first thing you'll notice is that every shape in these hairstyles are a different size. Not quite big, medium, small, but the idea of different sized shapes relating to each other is still there. So what do we do with these shapes? And remember, don't do ribbons all the same size. You will really not like how that looks. And trying to get that right, you might have to erase a lot, which I do all the time. But you don't also have to completely separate each ribbon from each other. Hair is all the same in reality, so leaving some room for the ribbons to mix up and blend with each other is essential for a natural look. Now, in this one, you don't see the end of the ribbons, so mixing up their sizes is essential. And this one, the ribbons go from smaller to bigger as they are farther away from the origin point. And now you get to cut some A shapes and B shapes on the ribbons. But don't do the 60-30-10 thing on every ribbon. It's a bit of a mix. You will always have some small ribbons that don't need it. So there you have it, hair. But that's not all there is to it, is it? Yeah, I get the feeling that you want some more, like shading the hair. But before we get to that, there are a few more things I would like you to know. Yes, this is a very complex subject, I know. Like physics. I mean, not how to split an atom, just hair physics. So let's start with the dumbest one. Look at this hairstyle here, the girl with the bun. Do you see this curve? Yes, this is, as you just guessed it, gravity. Remember that hair has weight, and the more hair you get together, the more it weighs. So when doing something like a bun, remember that hair weighs a lot and it wants to go down. Is that all for physics? Of course not. What if the head is in motion? Well, when a head moves, the motion is centrifugal. Whoa, big word here. But Don Chang uses a great example in this video where he tells us to think of hair as a carnival ride where the more the ride spins, the more the seats try to get away from the ride. But we don't do that with straight lines, do we? No. Look at this head spin. No straight lines in sight. What we're going to use is an animation principle called the seaweed wave, where the end of the hair moves a lot more than the root. So when in motion, follow these lines, these wavy lines. So the hair would look like this. And just like whips, the tips move after the root started to move. So the longer the hair, the more delayed the motion will be. The tips move later. Yeah. So why are you still here? Oh, the shading! Do we shade every single hair? Of course not, you know this. So we go back to simpler shapes here. We treat each of them as one big volume. So if we were to have a light coming from this side, and if hair was truly a big shape, it would look like this. But that's not what we want, is it? So here comes the next revelation, and the final one. And this one is thanks to PCAT. Specularity, like this little highlight here, stretches across the hair. Why? Because hair is like a lot of bendy, shiny pipes, and light hits every one of them. So each of them has a specular highlight on a different angle. Is this too complicated for you? Well, just do this. Instead of this circle, just do this. Stretch it out. And now, A cuts and V cuts. Follow your ribbons and add some H and V-shaped shadows to the highlight. Remember, that highlight is where the details should be. Keep the viewer's eye focused there. Another way of saying this is just make the shadows just one big flat graphic shape. Now, as you can see, a lot of what I did is heavily dependent on your use of your line weight, especially the ribbon part. So if you want to master it so you can draw some amazing hair, just watch this video right here.